Hi everybody, this is Gene, and I'm going to do part 1 of Louisville FM radio. Okay. By the way, my stereo here is from Radio Shack, Clarinet 123, 123. I got this 25 years ago. I bought it for my 25th birthday. I bought it for myself. So I'll be 50 in April, so 25 years ago I got this stereo. And it still works good. The tuners are pretty good. So we're going to start at 88.1 WNAS. This is a cool radio station. It is run by the school in New Albany. Let's see what they say. They're not going to say anything.
This is Madison, hoping you and your family have a great and prosperous New Year from the entire staff of WNAS at New Albany High School.
Yeah, the kids at the New Albany High School run this station. And it's really cool. They play a lot of great stuff. And you never know what you're going to hear on this station. So that's WNAS. And pretty cool. It's been around for 40-something years too, and it's so next we have WJIE. WJIE 88.5. They are a Christian music, mostly Christian music station. And they're like 2 miles from me. They're studios, and it's funny, their office phone number is like 1 number off from my phone number. And sometimes I get phone calls thinking I'm WJIE, which I'm not. So my number is 1 number off from theirs. Exactly. 6 numbers are the same, just 1 number is different. But that's WJIE, and they are Christian music. And all they're doing is talking right now, so.
or online at Strothman.com. Rent and Rave, a celebration rental and event planning store specializing in weddings, special and corporate events, or just plain backyard barbecues.
I like how these non-commercial stations really do have commercials.
Troy's Wrecker Service. Their phone number is 955-5955. Online, it's troyswreckerservice.com.
Okay.
For flatbed, recovery and jumpstart service, fully fenced secure storage lot, short-term inside storage.
Well, I guess we're not going to hear any Christian music.
Owned and operated United Express.
Okay, let's go on here. 89.3 WFPL. Ain't that cool? This is NPR, National Public Radio Station. Well, they have news and talk and public radio. There's 3 public stations here. They're all owned together. So we'll get to the next 2 here in a second. But this is WFPL. Stands for Free Public Library. The library pretty much owns these 3 stations, but then we have classical music. WUOL for U of L. Let's see what classical stuff they're going to play here. No, they're not going to do that. This is good music to put you to sleep. Yes, this is classical 90.5 WUOL. Yeah. Okay. I actually worked with somebody that listened to this station. It's like, sorry, can't deal with the classical here. Okay. Sorry. Then we got a cool public station, 91.9 WFPK. They are like what they call AAA, Adult Album Alternative. So they play a lot of music that nobody else on this earth plays. A lot of local stuff, a little bit of everything, really cool. And I was talking about John Timmons a while ago on one of my other videos about ear ecstasy. I haven't heard him, but I've heard that he has started doing a show here on 91.9. So this is a AAA public radio station, WFPK. So 89.3, 90.5, and 91.9, they're all owned together by the library and U of L. They're like they're called the Public Radio Partnership, I think it is. So they got the NPR and the classical, and then the AAA station here. They play jazz on here too sometimes, so pretty cool. 91.9. Alright, now we're gonna go to the commercial band. This is 93.1 WTFX, the Fox. They are supposed to be alternative. So they're really the only mainstream. They're like mainstream rock, I guess. That's 93.1 the Fox. They used to be at 100.5 and they moved down here a while back. Okay, moving on. Now we got WAYI FM 93.9, WAYI. They're WAYI FM, which is like Christian rock. They got stations all over the place, all over the country. So this is our WAYI FM station here. 93.9 WAYI. Alright. Oh, there's a game on 94.7. This is WFIA FM. And normally they're a Southern Gospel station. But that don't sound like Southern Gospel to me. I don't even know who that sounds like. I don't know what game that is. I didn't know they had basketball games on here. Huh. Sounds like high school basketball, I guess. But normally they're solid. I think they use Solid Gospel. That's the name of the syndication. But it's Southern Gospel normally. WFIA FM. Alright, so much for that. There we go. There's a good song. 95.7 WQMF. Long time rock station.
95.7 QMF.
Classic rock. They started out in 1974. Not too long before my 11th birthday. They were High 95 WQHI. They were one of the first, or if not the first, top 40 station on FM when I was 11. And that lasted until 1981, and they changed to album rock, and they've been WQMF ever since. They changed to classic rock about 10 years ago. But this is where Ron Clay and Terry Miners used to hang out in the mornings. That was the thing to listen to back in the early 80s, mid 80s. So 95.7 QMF. Classic rock. And then, let's see. Now we got some urban contemporary. B96.5 WGZB. This is our urban station, urban contemporary, I think they call it. And so that's B96.5 WGZB. Okay. Then we got WAMZ 97.5. Guess what format this is? Country. I don't care much for country. But WAMZ 97.5, they're usually the #1 or #2 station in town. They've been country for 35, 36 years, I guess. And so, not a station I listen to very, very often. Okay, let's go here. They ain't coming in very good. This station's in Elizabethtown, a little bit south of here. And they're QXE, WQXE. Yeah, they just said that. They're like, what would you call them? Hot adult contemporary, hot AC. They're pretty cool. They play some 80s stuff too. When I first listened to this station, they were at 100.1. Then they moved to 98.5. Then they moved to 98.3. So they still don't come in all that great, but they're a good station. You can hear them good in a car. And let's see, then we have, whoops, Radio Now 98.9. WRNW, they're a top 40 station. What passes for top 40 nowadays? Not top 40 I care much about anymore. But they're CHR, if you know what that means. Let's turn that off. Ain't that cool? Yeah. That'll wake you up. But that's Radio Now 98.9.
Stay connected on Facebook, on Twitter, all of our social media. You can reach out that way. Get inside information about prizes, get your requests in and more. What up? Frankie B, lots of Twitter requests actually coming in for that new track by Kesha. Call, come on. Give me like 4 minutes, or I will play it for you next.
Oh, ain't this great. Okay. And we're going to go to another CHR station. 99.7 WDJX. They've been top 40 since 1985. And for the first 10 years they were on, I like top 40 music. So I listened to DJX a lot between 85 and 95. Since then, no. No. So, they've been top 40 since 1985. WDJX 99.7. What is that song? That's a remake, I know. I can't think of... Oh well. Enough of that. Next we have Gen X Radio. WLGX 100.5. They're supposed to be like, they play the 80s and 90s, and supposed to be music for Generation X, so whatever that means. But Gen X Radio, this is where the Fox started out, and they moved over to 93.1. And this was Louis FM for about 5 years, and then they changed it to this stuff. Gen X Radio. There were a lot of these stations around the country, and they're disappearing one by one. I'm just waiting for our Gen X radio to disappear. Probably won't be long. Okay. 101.3 won't come in. Oh no. There we go. They're pretty cool. Magic 101.3 WMJM. Classic R&B and soul. Like, they play some cool stuff on here. Magic 101. I think they say R&B and classic soul. Magic 101.3. Alright. Then we have, what's next? WXMA, the Max. Hot adult contemporary, hot AC. This is where LRS 102 lived for years and years and years and years. There's still a WLRS, but it's not here no more. This is 102.3, the Max. They've been around about 10 years now. Ain't that great? Okay, moving on. We have another country station. Q103. Well, thank you for telling me that. Q103.1. This used to be WRKA for years and years and years. But they started Q103.1 to go after WAMZ, and they're doing a pretty good job of it. So that's 103.1, Q103.1, WQNU. Alright, enough now. Ah! That's a familiar song. Here's one that I listen to very much, a station, WAKY, WAKY. 103.5. They're in Radcliffe, but they come in real good here. They picked up the WAKY call letters, about 5 years ago now. They've been an oldies station for quite a while. They were WASE, and then they were cool 103.5, and they had a chance to get the legendary call letters of WAKY, so they took the WAKY call letters, and now they're WAKY, and they play 60s, 70s, and 80s, mostly 70s and 80s, but nice to come across a familiar song there. So that's WAKY, WAKY. Okay. Then we got WRKA 103.9. Country Legends. They moved the WRKA call letters down here, and they play some pretty good stuff on here. I mean, I listen every once in a while. I'll come across a song on here that I like. A lot of it doesn't really seem like country legends, but you know. But that's Country Legends. Then we have Louis 104.3, and they don't come in very good on the stereo. WLUE, they're only about a year old now. This station's been a lot of different things. Started out as a rap and hip-hop stations, then country and Christian and rock and whatever, and it's leased now to some nice people in New Albany, and they brought back Louis FM and WLUE 104.3. If you have a Jack format or something like that, Sam, I think they're called, most of them are called Jack. Those kind of formats, that's what Louis 104.3. For Louisville. Yeah, we don't have a Jack, we have a Louis, so. Okay. Then we have the newest station around, or the newest format, 105.1. This is where the WLRS call letters are. And this just started the day before Christmas on Christmas Eve. Is Easy Rock 105.1. Good format. I like the songs they play on here, and nice and relaxing. And so this is the new Easy Rock 105.1. Pretty good station. I like it so far. They were a news talk station for about 3 years, and they dumped it, and they played Christmas music for about almost 2 months. And this is their new format, Easy Rock. And they still are WLRS. They're not going to, if they drop those call letters, somebody'd snatch them up in a minute. So they know the WLRS means nothing to this station, but they know better than to let those call letters go. It's too bad they can't put them to use somehow. They could call it LRS Easy Rock, you know. Because back when I listened to LRS, that was my station, Album Rock, you know, back in the 70s, late 70s. So, all these years later, you know, I'm older, you kind of evolve, and you could go from LRS as Album Rock, and then as you get old like me, you can be like LRS as Easy Rock. So, anyway. Okay, Elton, that's enough.
With any kind of health issue.
Now we have WSYI. This is where WAY FM was at one time. They moved, of course.
At the end of the day,
this is WSYI. They're owned by WAY FM. This is their sister station.
People like you who love them that much.
They are a Christian talk station.
Help him to make his life better, to help it to function better, to help him to
they play some music, but mostly Christian talk.
He's been hit with this tough health challenge, and everybody might think it's...
2 more. Here is our adult contemporary station. WVEZ, Light 106.9. They've been WVEZ for years and years and years. They were like elevator music for ever, it seemed like, and I think in the mid-80s they changed to like soft adult contemporary, and over the years they've kind of changed and they're more mainstream adult contemporary now. That's why 105.1 came along, to kind of give them some competition. So if you don't like mainstream adult contemporary, you can listen to soft adult contemporary. So, but they've been around a long time. Okay, one more. 1077, the Eagle. WSFR, which makes no sense. They were originally WSFR. This station was Star 1077, so that's where the SFR comes from. They started out kind of like classic hits, kind of whatever, and they were classic rock, and they're supposed to be classic hits now, but they're still pretty much classic rock. They just changed their name to the Eagle not too long ago, about a year ago. So isn't that nice classic rock right there, classic hits? So anyway, that's my FM radio dial in Louisville, and thank you for watching, and leave me comments or questions. And like I said, I've loved radio now for 40 years. Yeah, 1973, almost 40 years. I've been a radio nut. So I love radio, and that's why I'm doing this video. So thanks for watching, and leave me comments and all that good stuff. Thanks. Bye.